Hey. Right. Yo, I literally picked the wrong. Yo, I picked the wrong scene. But what's up? It's nice to be back again with yet another stream. I know I'm a little bit late, which, you know, is rare for me because I am never late to my streams. One thing I'm known for in particular when it comes to streaming online. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of things to talk about. This is not going to be a particularly political stream today. Just because of all the things that are happening. There's some crazy drama, and I don't know. I might do some gaming at the end, depending on how much time I have by the time we wrap up. I know we have some political things, but I don't know. I feel like being hyper political is just it can get a little bit tiring. So I'm not gonna be talking about politics like 24/7 on the streams. No, I mean, yeah. We can chill, we can have fun, we can talk about fun, cool topics instead of politics all the time. But I do want to kick off the stream answering your guys' questions. If you guys happen to have any questions, feel free to send those in. I'll be chilling for a few minutes, just in case y'all have questions that you want me to answer. See, hold on, I need to send a message into the chat, letting everybody know that I'm live. Oh, yeah, also on today's stream, I will be taking reaction requests. So that'll be another thing too. Man, I forgot to unmute the TTS. My bad. What's up, Linux? What's up? What's poppin'? I mean, I went out and did a workout today. It's just like my running day, so that's all I did. It's part of why I'm late today. So I do apologize for being late to the stream. We have some crazy news today. It's actually kind of a wild news day. And you guys know how much I love politics, but I mean, I also like media news. So
in the chat, I did.
Oh, okay.
Lennox.
Okay, this looks pretty interesting.
Colin said another one.
Wait, Colin said another what? Oh, he said another reaction? Ooh. Okay. Man, you guys have some interesting reaction requests here. Let's see. These are good. I like these.
Ism.
Hold on, let me move this over.
Call up.
Let me go. Wait, yo, were you planning on popping in and just like Yo, wait. Yo, what is this? Yo. I think this is ISM. Sent me this as a DM. Said, would you vote for Ron DeSantis or Joe Biden if the election was today? I mean, these are two. Well, I don't know if Ron DeSantis is a bad choice. He's pretty mediocre, though. I think he'd be mediocre at best. See, the thing is, I feel like he would have fine immediate results, but just long term, I don't like him. I mean, I would definitely go for Ron DeSantis. One thing I like about Ron DeSantis is he's far more pro-choice. Not pro-choice. One thing I like about Ron DeSantis is that he's far more pro-life, which is like a massive W. But still, like, it's fine for me to say that I'm not a big fan of Ron DeSantis, but I would vote for him over Joe Biden. I mean, I think I'm trying to think of people that I wouldn't vote for over Joe Biden.
In the chat, I don't understand why he passed just a pathetic bill on gay people.
What are you talking about? Wait, what bill did he pass? Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis passed a pathetic bill on gay people? What do you mean? What did he say? Wait, did he pass a law saying that...
Said in the chat.
That
was an ad I got in 2022.
Actually makes for a fine meme. Let's see here. You said Ron DeSantis passed a bill on gay people. What did the bill say?
Lennox O. Said
they don't say gay bill.
The don't say gay bill.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was fine. I mean, that was getting rid of a lot of It was a mixture of like getting rid of a lot of like gender ideology stuff from schools, and also just like pornographic materials, which I understand that people might have trouble like understanding the nuance between, you know, sex education in schools versus pornography in schools. But, you know, there's a difference between like describing how things are done versus telling these types of stories in like a narrative. And I think the bill that he passed kind of targeted more like the porn than the sex education. Although, of course, the sex education was definitely hit because some of it did have gender ideology in there. But, I mean, I actually did find an issue with that bill because it didn't just target gender ideology, but it specifically said anything controversial. I mean, it's another thing that I don't like Ron DeSantis for, because what makes something controversial, right? What's controversial now isn't going to be controversial later, and what's controversial in the future is perfectly fine now. It's these like shifting sands. Like, it would have been nice to be like have it be a little bit more concrete. Hold on, let me look up the details of this bill specifically. Because I do want to be fair. You know, I don't remember. Let's see here. I don't remember all the stipulations from the law. Let's see here. Okay, so I found two articles about this. Okay, so we have one bill here. Or sorry, we have one article here. It says Florida's governor signs controversial law opponents dubbed, quote, "Don't say gay." Okay, that's the law. Let's see here. Public school teachers in Florida are banned from holding classroom instruction about sexual orientation or gender identity after. Yep. That's the Parental Rights and Education Bill. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, I'm not sure, like... Yeah, it's not... I don't really... I mean, that doesn't seem... That seems like a good bill, actually. Let's see. The bill, which some opponents have called, quote, "Don't say gay," was signed by DeSantis on Monday. It reads... Actually, hold on. We could just read the bill. We can just read the bill. This is actually, like, not super long. It'd be kind of long to read in a, in a stream, though. I'm sure this would bore you if you guys are watching. Let's see, what is this here? It is requiring the school district to adopt procedures that comport with certain provisions of the law for notifying a student's parent of specified information. Okay, that seems fine. That's pretty good. Requiring such procedures to reinforce the fundamental right of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children. Prohibiting the procedures. Yeah, let's see here. Come on, let's see if it says anything about gender identity. Okay, what section is this? Okay. I think the list of things that are banned are here. So it requires district school boards. Let's see. Requires district school boards to adopt procedures that comport with certain provisions of law for notifying a student's parent of specified information. And that's gobbledygook for basically, for certain things, you'll need to notify the student's parents, I think is what that says. Requiring such procedures to reinforce the fundamental rights of parents to make their decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children in a specified manner, which I think assumes that for touchy subjects or the types of things that parents would have to be notified for, they have the option of opting their kid out of that. I think that's what that is saying there. Prohibiting the procedures from prohibiting a parent from accessing certain records. Interesting. I wonder if that means, like, for example, you can't hide a child's gender identity from the parents. I'm guessing that that's what that would mean. Providing construction, I don't know what that means. Prohibiting a school district from adopting procedures or student support forms that prohibit school district personnel from notifying a parent about specified information, or that encourage or have the effect of encouraging a student to withhold from a parent such information. That's really good. That's basically like, you can't ask questions of a student and then hide the answers from the parents. Like if they ask for it, they at least have to be allowed to read what their child wrote. And also they can't be like, well, Johnny, fill out this form and you're not allowed to say anything to your mommy and daddy. Like you can't do that there. Which is fine. Like we saw before, there were teachers who were teachers who were asking their students about their sexual proclivities, what they were attracted to, what they liked sexually, what they didn't. Completely inappropriate. And so I think if you have clauses like this, then those types of things won't happen as much, just because, who is going to give children such inappropriate quizzes and questions, knowing that the parents at any point can ask, for like to see that section of the curriculum. Let's see here. Prohibiting school district personnel from discouraging or prohibiting parental notification and involvement in critical decisions affecting a student's mental, emotional, or physical well-being. Okay. That's also pretty good. Like that is like a mental health issues, right? I think that means that parents have to be made aware of mental health issues that are going on, and this goes beyond gender identity issues, but also like things like depression, things like severe anxiety, things like that. That makes sense because you can't. Parents have to be involved in things such as whether or not a child can go to therapy or get medicated for certain mental illnesses. These are the types of things that are a parent's responsibility. Prohibiting classroom discussions about sexual orientation or gender identity in certain grade levels or in a specified manner. Interesting, but I wonder what specified manner means. Does it mean that they can be discussed broadly? But that's fine. There's not anything particularly, well, okay, I guess among certain people that's controversial, but there's no need. Look, let's be honest, right? There's no need for stuff about sexual orientation or gender identity to be in a public school curriculum. Now, if it's something that the parent wants the child to learn, there are plenty of books laden with LGBT gender ideology in various libraries. You can buy plenty of books and then read these books to your kids at bedtime. You can teach your child everything you want them to know about all of the sexual orientations and gender identities under the sun. You can give them a smartphone so that they can look this stuff up online if they wish. But the idea that this should be something that every student, must have access to, especially when this is something that a lot of parents don't want their children to be taught or indoctrinated in. Like, it makes total sense that this is not something that you would include. Like, that's like mandating, a bunch of like completely divisive subjects. Like, I don't know. Well, okay, I could use examples, but they would get me in trouble. But just because there's there's a theory or idea out there, or even there's a theory that certain people in certain subcultures of the United States think is like a good thing for people to know, doesn't mean that everyone needs to know it. Especially when there are a lot of parents who are like, slow down. I don't want my kid to learn about these things. I'm a huge parental rights guy. So for me, what that means is, sure, you can ban certain subjects from school. That's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, raising children is not the school's responsibility. It's the parents' responsibility. So the parents should be teaching their children what they need to know. And if the school's going to supplement that, that's fine. That's fair and fire. But if there are certain things that parents are like, I absolutely need my children to know what a pansexual gender identity or sexual orientation is, then they could just sit them down and tell them. Like, they don't need to, delegate that task off to the state. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. If you have a kid, raise it. It's easy as that. Let's see. Here we go. We have requiring certain training developed or provided by school district to adhere to standards established by the boards of education. It's fair. Requiring school districts to notify parents of healthcare services. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, this bill's not too bad. This bill's not too bad. Now, I heard that the bill also touched on like controversial things, which again, if that's not specified what that means, then I think that is dangerous. But all in all, like, it's perfectly fine. Like all it does is removes like sexual orientation and gender identity from the public school classroom, which is completely fine. Excuse me. I mean, dare I say that's actually a good policy. So I mean, that's not the type of thing that would like deter me from voting for Ron DeSantis. The two primary things that I'm looking for out of a presidential candidate are you going to support life, right? Are you going to be pro-life? And are you going to support free expression, free speech, so that I can have as much religious liberty as I like? Those are the two main things I'm looking for out of a politician. If you can give me both of these things, I'll vote for you, right? I'm a Christian, so I'm a simple man. These are all the things that I need out of a president, right? I don't need you to save the world. I don't need you to change the weather. I don't need you to, make everybody, act right. I don't need you to completely radically transform the culture of the nation. But all I ask is that you stop letting babies get slaughtered in the womb, and that you let me practice my faith. Those are like the two biggest things for me. The two biggest things. So on that front, coming back to this question, right? Would I vote for Ron DeSantis or Joe Biden? Absolutely Ron DeSantis. Because when it comes to protecting the lives of those in the womb, which of these two is going to do that? Ron DeSantis. When it comes to supporting free expression, therein lies the rub a little bit. Ron DeSantis is kind of anti-free speech. But at the end of the day, I would give the edge over to Ron DeSantis, primarily because I think children being allowed to live in the womb is a little bit more important than my free expression. And also, it's not like Ron DeSantis is endorsing, campaigns by like the FBI to label certain religious groups as like terrorists, right? Like calling all Catholics, extremists, So, I'll take maybe some slides on one thing, if that means that, we get some movements on ending the massive genocide that's going on in America that is known as abortion. But I know you guys wanted some more chill news, and we do have some chill. No, maybe not chill. I mean, these are very, very, very exciting topics that we have here to cover, and they're two massive stories that I was not expecting to see. I was just like on my phone and I see like these two stories, not back to back, but throughout the afternoon and evening today, these stories came out. This news is crazy. Okay. All right, so we have this massive piece of sports media news. So a lot of you guys, I'm sure, who are fans of watching the MLB, you're baseball fans, you love your team. Go sports team. Y'all have been begging for the MLB to allow these sports teams to broadcast or to allow their local sports teams to stream the games inside the markets. Now, traditionally, there's been this thing called like the blackout rule, where basically if your local sports team has a game and you want to watch their game, then you have to watch it using cable television. And this is to incentivize people to either watch the game through cable television, making revenue for the local sports team, or go to the stadium, making more revenue for the local sports team. But the problem is, this did not add any stipulations for the current streaming era. And so now you have this whole generation of folks who are moving away from cable television to what is basically cable television on the internet. Services such as Hulu with Live TV, services such as Sling TV. And yet, these people are not allowed to watch their local sports teams. Why? Because they're not watching these games on cable. They would be watching these games on channels using the internet instead. And even when it doesn't come to these streaming services, there's streaming services like MLB.tv, where you sign up for it and you can watch every single baseball game, period. Unless the game is inside of your local market. Then you're not allowed to watch it. So you can pay $100 a year or whatever for MLB.tv, but you're not allowed to watch the hometown games? Very, very unfortunate. And it's a huge letdown for a lot of people who are going into these streaming services not knowing about the blackout situation. Well, we could be seeing an end to this starting today, because the MLB has taken over the broadcast rights for the Padres after the Diamond Sports Group missed their payments for maintaining their rights to broadcast the games. And one of the major things that they did was make it so that you can stream the games inside of the local market. And here's the statement that the MLB made. They said, as a result of the new arrangement, Padres fans can now obtain a new direct-to-consumer streaming subscription for $19.99 per month or $75 for the rest of the season by registering at MLB.tv. This offers only for Padres fans in the club's home television territory and is a separate service than the MLB.tv out-of-market package. By offering a direct-to-consumer streaming option on MLB.tv in the club's territory for the first time, MLB is able to shift the blackout for Padres games previously distributed on Bally Sports San Diego. Fans can also find more information about the availability of Padres games at padres.com/tunein. I don't know why it's /tunein, because TuneIn is like a internet radio website. They further state, to make the transition as convenient as possible for fans, Padres games will be played through Sunday, June 4th. Will be available for free with MLB login at MLB.com, Padres.com, and in MLB apps on mobile connected devices. Now, you guys are a little bit confused by the verbiage used there. The MLB is basically saying is they're going to make a separate a la carte subscription option for Padres fans that will allow them to stream Padres games in the market. This means no more blackouts. No more blackouts for Padres fans. And I think that this is huge news. Now, I'm not a person who watches a lot of baseball. I'm not a person who watches a lot of sports. But my dad loves watching sports, loves watching baseball. And one thing that he's been let down by is the fact that the local sports team games are blacked out. Even though he has MLB.TV because he has season tickets now, he's not able to watch the local team play, despite the fact that he has access to literally every other game, that's broadcasting live. Now, of course, these season tickets, so we can go watch the games in person, which he greatly enjoys doing. But it's not nearly as convenient as, every single night tuning in to watch your sports team play. So, this is very, very exciting because there's so many more folks, frankly, who would sign up for these streaming services if they were able to circumvent the blackout issues. I mean, I've heard that there are lots of fans who are like, I would get MLB.TV, but I literally can't watch my team play. So why would I subscribe to it if they just decide not to do it? So I think this is probably going to raise income for MLB.TV. And also for the local sports leagues, because they're going to be making like $20 per month for every fan that they have, basically, moving forward. It's great too, because if you think about it, right, most rights for cable channels generally, at least from as far as I know, don't exceed maybe $10 or $12 per month when it comes down to how much money the cable channels make, per subscriber. By charging $20 per month, these cable channels will be probably getting a little bit more money per subscriber than they were before. And this is assuming that MLB is taking a cut. Even if it's a 50-50 split, these cable channels are going to be making comparable money to what they'd be making on cable. And plus, these people are not going to be as threatened. Like, let's say that, all of the Padres fans get this subscription service and then they cancel cable. Well, these channels, the team is all good. The team is all good because they are not going to lose any money by these people cutting the cord. So I think that this is a brilliant move. And frankly, this could be the future of not just the MLB, but also, all of sports streaming online. This comes after Fox has said that they're going to do a direct-to-consumer streaming option. ESPN has said they're going to do an option that will launch as early as 2025, where you can watch ESPN on demand, or not on demand, where you can watch ESPN live online. I feel like these cable companies have said, "Hey, we're ready to strike deals so that you can do streaming a la carte now," especially as cable subscriptions are dying off. So this is exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing, how this plays out. I hope that this makes MLB.TV more money, because if so, then this means that this is a trend that can continue. Because another thing to consider is that, Diamond Sports Group owns rights to a bunch of other channels, and they keep on missing their payments. So if this goes well, this could mean that for all those other sports teams, as Diamond Sports Group loses more rights, those sports teams will also, start offering a la carte, no blackout services, no blackout subscriptions. Sorry, a completely blackout free subscription option through MLB.TV. I think that would be a wonderful thing for not just the MLB, but for sports as a whole. Like, this is going to be awesome. It's very cool. Very cool. Like, interesting. Like, I know that we have, what is it? I know that we have like the Weather Channel, their a la carte. I think they're the first a la carte channel, technically. But when it comes to, channels that bring in far more revenue, to see complete sports teams go a la carte and have no blackouts, I think that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see here. Let's be honest. If you're watching this video, probably are a huge fan of Shannon Sharpe, or you hate Skip Bayless, or you just really love sports. And ever since FS1 has debuted, the debate show Undisputed has been a staple in the world of sports media. But this is about to change in a major way because Shannon Sharpe is going to be leaving Undisputed with Skip Bayless. Now, this has surprised me on multiple fronts. First of all, we all know that there's been a little bit of drama between Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless over the years, and these dramas have been bubbling up and getting more and more and more magnanimous. However, there were a lot of people, myself included, who assumed that this drama was all for show, right? To spice up the broadcast. After all, this is a debate show, so if everyone's being all buddy and chumming it up, then there's really no fun to be had on a show like Undisputed. However, it turns out this drama was real and real enough for Shannon Sharpe, to want to leave. Now, the fact that it's Shannon Sharpe leaving and not Skip Bayless is another thing that shocks and surprises me, because everyone who watches Undisputed watches it for Shannon Sharpe. People don't really like Skip Bayless on the show, whether it's his candor, his touchiness, his sensitivity, or his bad takes. A lot of sports fans just don't really like Skip Bayless on the show. And Fox Sports 1 has had a history of maintaining, their top talent. And then if they need to get rid of some folks, they end up kicking off people who just aren't major draws for the channel. But in this case, we actually see the major draw for Undisputed leaving the show. Now, I'm not sure what this means. It could be that Fox Sports 1 wants to give Shannon Sharpe his own show later. That'd be kind of interesting. But honestly, I can't really see a Skip Bayless show with a different co-host really drawing in the same amount of ratings. People tuned in to Undisputed to watch Shannon Sharpe and hear him say, Skip, come on, Skip. And, and wear these crazy hats and these like horse heads and things. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. Where you guys would like to see Shannon Sharpe go. Some have speculated that maybe there's going to be some sort of swap with Shannon Sharpe moving over to ESPN to be on First Take while Stephen A. Smith moves over to Undisputed. Now, that would be crazy. I personally wouldn't be shocked to see Shannon Sharpe move over to a different time slot on FS1 and do his own thing. But yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys think. I think that this is going to be a seismic shift and a major change for FS1 because, Shannon Sharpe is the biggest draw for not just Undisputed, but I would argue the entire network. I don't know. I know that, the Herd with Colin Cowherd is very, very popular, but it's also a radio show. Undisputed with Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless is a TV exclusive program. So I think there would be more demand to watch it on television versus listening to it on the radio. And, getting rid of, again, probably the most popular face of the network is just kind of bonkers. Like, is this part of the Dominion lawsuit? Like, this is the last thing Fox Corp needs, too. Having lost Tucker Carlson at Fox News, now they're losing Shannon Sharpe. It's a little bit odd. But I don't know. Interesting to see what happens. It'd be interesting if Shannon Sharpe went to Fox News and took over the... No. Yeah, I know. It'd be wild if that was the case, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's a crazy story. All right. All right, let me check this real quick. All right. We got a couple more videos. To react to. These videos came from the Discord, actually. By the way, if you want to have a major hand in shaping the content that I discuss on these streams, definitely join my Discord and share some react requests, because I comb through the react requests for major indications of what I should talk about, what I should cover on these streams. So yeah, definitely share some react requests if there's anything that you want me to react to. Let's see. So we've got this from Lennoxo. Lennoxo is a let's see. Lennoxo is a member of my Discord community, and he's been a longtime viewer of this channel. And he also has another accomplishment. He also has another accomplishment under his belt, because he's graduated high school. He posted this video about it actually not too long ago. And this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. It's always good to kind of level up when it comes to, your education. So let's check out this video. ISF said, "Woo, yeah, baby, woo." Hey, look. Let's be honest. This is what I was waiting for. This is literally what it's all about. Okay. This ending's good.
Montana. Yes, that is correct. I have officially graduated.
Hey, let's
It's
go.
been such a monumental moment in my life to ever fully leave high school and then have a bigger and better life within college. Because yes, as you all know, or don't know actually, I am planning to attend the NIU, Northern Illinois University, to pursue my degree in accounting. I've always wanted to pursue in the business industry.
Bro. Not gonna lie. I hate accounting so much. We need more people like you in this world, my friend.
Because I've been taking a lot of business classes recently, accounting, obviously, AP macroeconomics, consumer economics, which is all business related, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to bore you guys. But yes, I have officially graduated. This is part of the reasons why I haven't uploaded in a while now.
Oh, that's right, because it's final season. That makes sense.
Within graduation terms or whatever, it takes a lot of planning and a lot of setting up to do when you're a senior and you have a lot of responsibility in your hands, such as trying to find a job, trying to find a college that best suits you, as it's basically you building your own path with things that you want to do in your life, and wanting to finalize that decision when it comes to a moment like this, when we're graduating all of a sudden. Because when you're graduating, that's when things start to get play hardball, and you have to take more ownership.
Horrible? I don't know if horrible would be the word I would use. I would say serious. I'd say serious, maybe not horrible.
Of what you're doing when things start to get play hardball. And you have
a hardball. Oh, okay, I see. It said horrible. Hold on, why is the volume so low?
Ownership of what you're doing to start to get play hardball, and you have to take more ownership of what you're doing later on in the future, which is I definitely needed to do in the past, because within me getting closer and closer to graduating, that's when I started pushing off more of YouTube and wanted to take more full awareness of my life, and I'm hoping you guys can understand that, because obviously me wanting to make my own career path is far more needed than just making YouTube videos on camera and call it a day. Sometimes there are moments in life where you need to just push it off with YouTube and just be focused on what you really want to do in life. So,
dude, this is really good, because being able to prioritize, what it is that you're prioritizing prioritizing what it is that you're, that you actually need to do and get done in life. Excuse me. Sorry. It's just a beer, man. I'm saying. Prioritizing what it is that you're trying to do in life, like figuring out what your goals are and then figuring out how to achieve those is very, very important. Prioritization is a major part of that. So if YouTube does not fit in with being an accountant, then of course that means that YouTube will have to go to the side. And I think that's like the key for being successful, in a place like college. You have to be able to prioritize, while you're there. Because otherwise, the things you really want will fall to the wayside. And while the things that you enjoy, you'll do, maybe the things that you're neglecting are the things that will allow that to be sustainable. Like if I streamed 8 hours a day and then only clocked in 2 hours at work, I would get fired, and then me streaming would not be sustainable anymore because I wouldn't have a job. So everything is all about priorities. And it's really good that you already know this going out of high school and directly into college.
Yes, I have been busy. I had a lot of fun in the background as like a senior. I've attended a lot of parties. I've had a lot of, I attended prom, which is kind of cool. It was a masquerade prom that I had in my high school or whatever. But I just loved it. It was very fun. I had like the last 2 weeks since I've been gone from YouTube, I want to say, mostly because of related to like senior activities, such as senior brunch, which is like basically.
Yo! It would have been wild if you vlogged that stuff and posted like party vlogs. That would be fun.
Prom, but like you eat breakfast, and there's no dancing. Oh. And then obviously prom too. Prom was very fun. I had a lot of time with some of my friends.
I just said if you streamed 8 hours a day, you'd be a ninja. No, I'd either be like XQC or like Hassan Piker. I would have such brain rot. It'd be awful. ISM said prom is gay. No. Prom is like one of the straightest things you could do in the world. What are you talking about? That sounds like something a single person would say. What are you talking about?
I had a very nice all-you-can-eat buffet. They had a very nice prom there, just to say myself. Then finally, I had graduation with a bunch of my family and friends that were attending there, whatever, and them announcing my name into the speaker. Where I had my graduation was actually at NIU. Unironically, it was at
cool.
NIU, Northern Illinois University, which is the same place I was going to attend college to pursue my degree in accounting. And once they announced my name on the bunch of hundreds of thousands of people, it was
nice.
Very astonishing.
Dude, how'd you do the editing?
And the bunch of hundreds.
How'd you because you don't have a green screen. How'd you pull that off? That's wild. It's kind of cool. I wonder if that's an effect from DaVinci Resolve, which I do plan on switching to eventually. Right now I do all my editing in Kden Live, but eventually I want to get DaVinci Resolve so I can do some fancier editing stuff.
To thousands of people, it was very astonishing for me that I knew that I was going to put my eggs into one basket and then just be ready to push it off later on into my graduation year. I don't know what you call that. Graduation year later on. I just thought it was very exciting to know, because once you graduate, you start to change a lot within you, some of your personality, not all of it, but some of your personality with wanting to become more independent and wanting to pursue things that you always wanted to achieve, in the past.
Actualize,
probably.
I think, yeah.
I mean, sometimes it always can change within time, that of what you are preferring to do in your own career, since, time kind of tells what you want to do, but mostly it's what you want to do in your own career. But for me, I've always wanted to consider being an accountant. Part of the reason why is because I love the business industry. I love learning about numbers, stocks, etc.,
nice.
Stuff like that.
Nice. Stocks are really cool. I wish I had the time to get into stocks seriously, because stocks seems so fun. ISM said I'm anti-prom. I'm not anti-prom. Now, to be fair, I think a lot of this is because I was homeschooled and never got to go to a prom, so. But I'm strongly pro-prom. Go prom. Yay.
Part of the reason why is because this might be more of a ridiculous reason why I wanted to be an accountant. It's because I love watching the TV show The Office. The Office really learns the perspective of what an accountant is like and how.
I would hesitate if I were you, in assuming that, you know, a day in the life of an accountant is like The Office. Like, it's funny, actually. The whole family sat down like a week or two ago and watched an episode of The Office. And like the whole time we were watching the episode, my dad was kind of cringing. And my dad, he's kind of like the boss man at his job. And I asked him, I was like, okay, so if, you know, you were the manager of all of these employees here in this episode of The Office, you know, would anyone get fired for their behavior? He was like, yes. Like, the people in The Office, I don't think cast like a realistic vision of what it's actually like to be in the workforce. But I mean, maybe there are some things, I guess, in the show where it's like, you know, that seems interesting. But in general, I don't know. I don't know if like the life that you see in The Office is what you would get as an accountant.
Be more of a ridiculous reason why I wanted to be an accountant. It's because I love watching the
Oh, hey, Lenderzo, nice to see you in the chat, man. Yeah, I'm watching your video.
TV show The Office. The Office really learns the perspective of what an accountant is like and how it's involved with a lot of math, a lot of like task focused type activities or whatever, which is why I really like that a lot with accounting, because there's specific tasks when it comes to an accountant that it helps you become more maintained with the work, if that makes sense. You become more focused with the work and wanting to keep track of what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong, into your own work. Just looking back and forth into what you are seeing and reflect on your work. You know, all accountants is about self-reflection, about what led you up to there, and make sure, and if you get something wrong, you can look back to whatever you are working on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to talk about what I've been doing. Yeah, now that I officially graduated. It was last Sunday, I think I graduated as recording this. Last Sunday, or I totally forgot, last Sunday. And yeah, I've been putting a big pause into some of YouTube because of all of this.
That's fair.
Events, prom, senior brunch.
One thing I do like to do is, if I can, when I do my streams, stack up tons of topics. So then I can have like a back catalog of tons of videos. I have enough content right now where if I just quit streaming, I would have at least like 2 weeks worth of probably still relevant content before I'd have to go back into editing more videos again. So having a backlog does help if you want to take a break but still fill in some of those gaps on the YouTube channel so that your channel is still active even if you aren't.
Etc. All of that, I've been pushing it across from that because, you know, you want to focus on more stuff that is like more important in your life later on when you get older. Because right now I'm 18 years old. I'm not hesitant to say that I'm 18 years old, so I'm a fully legalized adult.
Nice.
To ever be like in like pursue things like this or whatever. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the notification. I'm hoping you can understand why I had to been on this long hiatus for a few weeks, and sorry if it was kind of unannounced, you know, but again, college is more important than YouTube, you know. Sometimes you gotta expect the unexpected, and you know, you just gotta go with it sometimes. But yeah, you know, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Reese's Pieces.
Very cool. Nice, man. It's cool to see you out here making your moves, heading towards the professional world. Moving on up, as they would say. As said, that's Animal. Oh, I didn't know that was Animal Crossing music. Okay, but here's something interesting that ISM says in the chat. ISM says, nah, man, I feel like homeschool people's stances on prom aren't valid since they probably only know about prom from TV and movies, not experiencing the utter pettiness of it for themselves. You know, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've watched scenes with proms in them. I think maybe, let me see, did The Perks of Being a Wallflower have a prom in it? If that had a prom in it, I think that would be like my only impression. No, I didn't grow up watching like these like Disney movies or whatever. But it's like, hey, like, I mean, you get to dance with a girl. That seems kind of cool to me. Bro, I am just giving up straight up virgin energy here. But it's true. Like it does sound kind of nice, right? It doesn't seem bad. But you do see you do say here that you know, there's a lot of pettiness. So I could understand some pettiness, but the thing is, like, I'm just imagining like being, you know, in high school. I feel like if I already have a date or like have someone that I am dating, then it wouldn't really be that awkward. And it wouldn't be that petty. Where would be the pettiness? If I have a girlfriend, then, you know, then we're going to the homecoming. Like, it is what it is. Now, I mean, do people like wait until homecoming to get girlfriends? Like, is that how it goes? Is it a bunch of like single people jockeying for position so that they could they could get the hottest date to go to homecoming? If so, first of all, they wildin'. And second of all, I completely see what you're talking about, ISM, if that's the case. Because that would be some straight up like reality television type stuff. So I mean, depending on how high school students approach it, and again, I don't know how they approach it, I can kind of see where you're coming from, ISM, but I'm still fine. You know, I'd still be pro prom. And hey, another thing too is, in the real world, they're gonna be petty people, right? So, like they're gonna be petty people. So I would be completely fine with, you know, a potential kid of mine, you know, going to prom and experiencing the pettiness in all of its glory, right? I just think that would be fine. Let's see here. ISM said homecoming was insanely petty. 3 out of 4 of my homecoming ended in tears. Okay, now what kind of tears are these? Are these like the, oh, my dearest friend who I haven't seen in 5 years, it's nice to see you again? Like, those types of tears? Or it's like, oh, you broke up with me, like type of tears? Like what types of tears are these? There are like a million different types of tears that exist in the world, and I'm not sure which ones you're describing. Yeah, I'm not sure which ones you're describing here. Linuxo said, also, Daniel hasn't been really online on Discord to edit much videos. Is he still active? Is Daniel Lord still around? Let's see. I mean, Daniel Lord is still online. He's still doing stuff. It looks like actually his most recent videos have been doing better, but dang, bro. He hasn't posted in 4 months? Ain't no way that's the Daniel Lord that we're talking about. Is that actual Daniel Lord? This guy? This is Daniel Lord? Yeah, I think this is Daniel Lord. Hold on, why did he quit? To be fair, I ain't gonna be mad. Like, unless he changed. Like, it would suck if the dude, like, you know, he cleaned up his act, got himself together, and now he just quits. Like, that would suck, right? I like seeing a good redemption story. You know, someone going from like a dirt bag to a dapper king, and then getting success. But this dude, let's say that he changed for the better, right? This dude took went and spent all the energy to become a better person only to not do YouTube. Always the potential. Nah, I'm just messing. But if he goes back on Discord and starts editing again, like that'd be a lucrative business as well. Someone said, yeah, that is this Daniel Lord. Oh, he's on hiatus. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, did he give a reason for why he went on hiatus? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Let's see. Okay. Some said he's a decent, changed person. Okay. Yo, that's what's up. That's what we're here for. I mean, this is what we're here for. We're here to see people become better people. Right? Like, it's nice to see people improving. You know, bettering themselves. That's awesome. Very good. If he comes back, I wish him all the best. And if he apologizes for using the N-word, I'll let him back into the server. Back into my server, the Discord server that I have, the Bread Gang server. All right, let's see. So let's see. I've got one more news thing to do, and then I'll cover the mukbang video, or like the vlog, which is pretty cool. It's like it's a crazy crossover event. We've got ISM, Mr. Pizza, and Alex Nis. So that'll be cool. Got fried chicken and energy drinks, which I don't even know how well those mixed together. But I guess we'll see. But we have some less fun news to talk about here. Rather grave stuff. Okay, let's see. So if you guys have been following, Africa, which, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have been following Africa, but over the past few months, there have been some political movements that have had LGBT rights activists on edge. And this is mostly because Africa has been more or less soundly rejecting the progressive movements, push towards, having, what they would call like equality and LGBT rights, codified into law in Africa. And, granted, being LGBT is not really as big of a thing in Africa as it is in Western nations, but it is growing. And, as it grows, the nation's leaders are having to respond to it in various ways. And the LGBT activists have been hoping that these African nations would give some sort of LGBT rights to the LGBT folks who live in these nations. But not only has, and this is probably in part due to traditional African values, but not only has, have many leaders, spoken out against homosexuality in Africa, but, stuff has been brewing legally, and some of these laws are just not great. So, for example, in Uganda, they just announced a new law that essentially criminalizes homosexual activity. This is not a law banning same-sex marriage as we see in America. This is literally a law that basically turns, gay sex into a crime punishable by death. Absolutely wild, absolutely crazy stuff. It's called aggravated homosexuality, I suppose. And this comes from like quite a few days ago. Uganda's president, Yoweri Museveni, signed one of the world's toughest anti-LGBT laws, including the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality, drawing Western condemnation and risking sanctions from aid donors. Same-sex relations were already illegal in Uganda, as in more than 30 African countries, but the new law goes further. It stipulates that the capital punishment for serial offenders against the law of transmission of a terminal illness like HIV/AIDS through gay sex. It also decrees a 20-year sentence for promoting homosexuality. Now, I will say this. I don't know what the situation is in Uganda specifically, but I do think that it's a little bit rich, to basically say, well, if you spread HIV through gay sex, then, that is something that's punishable by death. When we do know that in a lot of African nations where it is difficult to find clean drinking water, that much of that drinking water is actually contaminated with HIV and AIDS. So I would argue that it's probably more likely to contract HIV and AIDS through contaminated water in Africa than through gay sex. Because I don't understand this, frankly. I don't understand. This is mostly like pharmaceutical companies. I see this, but I see this in the mainstream media and culture as well. That HIV and AIDS is pitched as like the gay disease. This is the disease if you're gay and you have sex. This is something that you can contract just by sharing drinking cups. There are many, many ways to contract HIV and AIDS that don't just include homosexual activity. And, I would argue that and I don't know the stats. Right? I don't know the stats, so I could be wrong, but I would not be shocked if, homosexual activity is not the major way that folks in Uganda are getting AIDS. I would just put that out there. Let's see here. I said, okay, this is interesting. A Ugandan rights activist said that the president legislated state-sponsored homophobia and transphobia. Is there anything here about transgenderism? I don't know if there's anything regarding transgenderism in this. Is there anything regarding transgenderism? No, I'm not seeing anything about transgenderism at all, so I don't know what that's about. But Joe Biden said that this is a tragic violation of human rights. Fair enough. And I'll go through this before giving my opinion, which I've already put a lot of my opinion in here already. But let's see here. In a joint statement, the U.S. flagship HIV/AIDS program, PEPFAR, the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria, and the Joint United Nations Program on HIV/AIDS said the law put Uganda's anti-HIV fight in grave jeopardy. What does that mean? Why would it put it in grave jeopardy? I would say that it is a massive distraction because I think this pits gay sex as a primary vector of the way to contract HIV and AIDS. So maybe it's like a distraction, or maybe it will cause people to try to hide their HIV infection because they don't want to be accused of homosexuality. That would be interesting too. I mean, okay, so we have all the details. The Reuters article goes on and on and on. This law is obviously an awful legislation, and this legislation is so bad that the right wing of the Republican Party has come out against this. One of the heavy hitters being Ted Cruz, who has condemned this law as being horrific and wrong. He stated that this Uganda law is horrific and wrong. Any law criminalizing homosexuality or opposing the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality is grotesque and abomination. All civilized nations should join together in condemning this human rights abuse. And frankly, honestly, I would agree. Now, to be fair, right? I am a Christian, so I do hold, to certain values, right? I'm not going to run around and say that I'm a fan of homosexual activity or gay sex or any of that stuff. But I will say that particularly as an American, and also as a Christian who abides by the ethics of the New Testament, right? Which I forget the verse, but essentially we can't call non-Christians to adhere to Christian ethics, right? So this is a major reason why I'm not a Christian nationalist. But look, the United States was founded under freedom. And I think that if we're looking for what an ideal state would look like, it would be a state that allows for freedom. This includes religious liberty, the principles of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, adhering to those as much as possible. And Ghana today, or Uganda decided that they didn't want to have anything to do with that. And it's really, really unfortunate, because at the end of the day, I do think that people should be able to live their own lives, whether or not that's sinful, whether or not I agree with that life choice, because, it's not my job to parent, the citizens of the country. It's not the government's job to do that. It's not the government's job to step in if people are committing sinful actions. This is not the government's place. The government's place is to instill justice and make sure that people are being treated fairly, and that people who are being unjust, who are harming other individuals, are brought to justice, and they pay penalties for those. Now, one could argue and say that transmitting HIV is a form of harm, which, that's technically true. But if you spread COVID, are you thrown into jail for that? If you give somebody the flu, should you be thrown in jail for that? Now, I do understand that HIV and AIDS is a little bit more serious than the flu and COVID, but I'm just saying that there isn't really much of a standard that says, if you give somebody a sickness, then they should go to jail. I just think that's a little bit ridiculous. Lots of civilized Western nations are thinking about issuing sanctions on Uganda. Now, I'm not sure what sanctions are being considered, and I'm not even sure what the effectiveness of such sanctions would be, but I'm imposed to think that, at least to some level, they would be justified in, issuing sanctions, because, sanctions are issued on nations that, are violating human rights. And I think it's pretty clear that throwing people in jail for 20 years for having gay sex is a human rights violation, probably one of the most basic levels. This is awful. It was great to see Ted Cruz stand against this as well. It's great to see the United States as a whole united in opposing this law. And, I hope that this is, something that, most conservatives can get behind and say, no, that this is wrong. Because, let's be honest, right? A lot of conservatives, even ones who have, traditional values, Christian values, we don't hate gay people or trans people. And I think that opposing this law, just standing up and saying that this is not something that you support, is an easy way to demonstrate, that love and support that you have for people, even if you disagree with their life choices. This is just terrible. This is terrible. If you're a Christian, I would definitely recommend that you pray for the people of Uganda. Again. I'm not saying to support or promote homosexuality, but I am saying that people should not be thrown in jail or even put to death for it either. So those are just my thoughts. Very tricky, very tragic subject. Not fun to talk about at all. But hey, the news is not always fun. RSM said, yes, I think the Ugandan government will assume everyone who contracts HIV/AIDS got it through gay sex. Okay, if you're right, which I can see how you came to that conclusion. If you're right, then yeah, I would say that the council was right in believing that this would hamper efforts to fight HIV and AIDS. Because if HIV and AIDS is primarily contracted through dirty drinking water, but then everybody who gets AIDS is, a suspect of gay sex, then you're not going to focus on, cleaning up the water. right? Because you're not, no one's going to even be pointing to that as the cause of the infections. ISM said nobody should be imprisoned for what they do with another consenting adult in the bedroom, even if we don't agree with their practice. Well, I mean, I don't know if we don't. Well, I don't know. I do think that if, you know, a couple decided to have a threesome with a pig, then they would be imprisoned for that. So I don't know if that like stands like in absolutes. You know, if a couple decided to forge money in their bedroom, I think they would also be imprisoned for that as well. But I get what you're saying. Like the various forms of copulation that exist should not be criminalized. That would be my position when it comes to adult sexual behavior that's consensual, as far as the rule of law goes. And I'm guessing that that's what you're aiming at here. And I know I'm being a little bit silly, but I think that's kind of what you're talking about. I said, well, that pig wouldn't be a consenting adult. You didn't say the pig had the consent. You just said the adult had the consent. Man, y'all are gonna clip that and make me look so bad. Okay. Oh my goodness. Y'all. By the way, big ups and thanks to everyone who showed up into the chat today. ISM, and Linux O, your contributions have made the stream very, very fun. Thanks y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys' input. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab some water here. All right, so we're not gonna have time to do any gaming. Oh, excuse me. However, I do think that we're gonna have some time to get through this vlog that ISM did with Mr. Pizza and Alex Nis, where they tried fried chicken and energy drinks. I'm not sure if they tried it together, but it'd be interesting to see what it is. Yeah, what it is that they think of the food that they ate, and you know, the other stuff that they did, because it looks like it's just like a vlog where they're just like hanging out. As I said, when newbie reads chat, he achieves Giga Chat status. Yeah, well, here's the interesting thing. I was looking back at my content and I noticed that like my content has become like a little bit more like serious, which is fine. But you know, to a certain extent, like I feel like that will narrow my content's appeal. So I literally looked my Clips channel dead in the eyes and I said, "Why so serious?" And then I decided to make a change. So, you know, as much as I can, I do want to integrate some of your guys' chats more frequently, you know, into my videos, because I do think that it makes it a little bit more entertaining, gives me some more ideas for jokes that I can make. So I think it just makes for a little bit better experience. But again, I'll still do like my serious, you know, videos where I just like, you know, talk about a topic or a thing that's happening in the news, because you know, I mean, that's like something I like to do. But you know, it's like, hey, why can't I do both, right? Why can't I reach out and do these more serious videos? I can. So that's what I'm going to try to do. It'd be fun if I could get into like gaming stuff, but the thing is, the videos would be so long they would take a lot of time to edit. But I am thinking about, you know, finding ways to make gaming videos as well. But anyways, here is the fried chicken and energy drinks video.
Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Finally, After 10 years, we are back. We are doing our first vlog, slash food review, slash ASMR, slash mukbang.
ASMR?
With the one and only Mr. Freaking Pizza. We're going to pick him up. We're going to get some either extra crispy or original recipe from an unnamed location. And we'll hang out, and then we'll do our mukbang. So, see you then. Okay, so here's the deal. Every time we hang out with Mr. Freaking Pizza, he insists that instead of listening to the great Get Tragic by Blood Red Shoes, probably one of the best indie rock albums of all time, he wants to listen to... Yep, that's right. Gay Alien Zero YTPs. So while we're in the car, let's talk a little bit about my outfit.
Why am I not surprised in any way, shape, or form by this?
Zero YTPs. So while we're in the car, let's talk a little bit about my outfit. So we got the Jake Samvik Marin cap. He's one of my good friends. He's a singer slash rapper, and this is one of the only ones in navy blue. He's got his logo up there. I got my Flavor Town t-shirt because we are going to have 11 herbs and spices, so we're going to be taking Flavor Town. Oh yeah, and I also brought the freaking wireless charger because the charger that I have for my iPhone, it's the $10 Walmart one. So it didn't charge overnight. It's terrible. You have to get it in just the right position. And if you don't check that right before going to bed, it's not going to charge overnight. So this morning I tried to charge it again, and it still didn't charge. So then that's when I got the actual white official Apple cord. But I need to take it with me. So yeah, we got the wireless charger with me. It's a great investment.
Nice.
Since I don't have my iPad, because I lost in the moving process, as y'all
Oh no!
we're using the phone for everything. We're going to edit everything on the phone too. So stay tuned. I don't know. Should we make more merch? I mean, we're only going to be doing YouTube for maybe like another 3 or 4 months. Nobody's bought anything in recent.
Wait a second. You're ending your YouTube channel in like 3 to 4 months? How did I not know about this?
Months. But we might make another one where it says Mrs. Hamburger. I don't know. That sounds pretty real.
By the way,
The intro
here's
music.
your $30 for the ticket.
Tickets?
All I eat is pizza. Na 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 na. Dig it up! Dig it up!
Wait, is that Alex Niss driving? I was wondering who's driving.
High for me. Yeah. Woo! Like a monster and a soda, and then we'll get a whole freaking bucket of chicken.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Ghost.
Wait, yo.
Chicken
Wait.
bucket
I
of
want to see the
chicken.
options
Oh
there.
yeah.
Hold on. Wait. So, what is that? What drink is that? This is. You're literally saying it. It's Ghost. Bro. I'm so dumb. And I kept on asking what the drink is called, and you literally said the name of the drink.
Alright, so we got the chicken, we got a whole bunch of drinks.
Yo, hold on, wait, I didn't check the
Bunch
drinks.
of drinks. Alright, so
Oh, y'all got Rockstar.
we
Okay.
got the chicken, we got a whole bunch of
Oh, that's that like iced tea stuff. That stuff is fine.
drinks.
In the game, I was in the library, but that's okay.
Whoops.
What's going on, guys?
What is that? Y'all got Prime. Okay. Y'all have to tell me though if the Prime is good. I've literally never had Prime at all. You guys have to tell me if it's good.
Guys, we are back again with Mukbang Monday.
It's not Monday.
It's not Monday, it's Wednesday. But we are going to be doing
It's Wednesday.
a mukbang / food review, possibly ASMR if we crunch our chicken loud enough. Yeah, we're finally starting this section of the video. We got 8 pieces of chicken. Let's get this out. This is gonna be like, because I've been watching a lot of Nikocado recently. Why does Nikocado get so much crap? He's very good at what he does.
I've literally, it's been a long time since I've ever heard anyone say, I've been watching a lot of Nikocado recently.
So we got the paper plates, the very summary paper plates.
The biscuits are.
Well, you got your.
Yeah, I got chicken tenders, honestly.
So we got a whole. I don't know if you can.
And you gotta worry about the bones.
Down in there. Probably won't be able to. We'll actually just pick it up. What pieces do you want?
Just got a few.
Oh,
should I get knife and fork?
Oh yeah, go subscribe.
Man. Now I'm salty. See, I ran 3 miles before I did this stream, and I haven't eaten anything except for this can of fake beer. And now I'm watching you guys down 24 pieces of chicken while drinking Rockstar iced tea and prime soda. I am thoroughly jealous right now. I am happy for you, but I am thoroughly jealous for you right now, to the point where after this stream I'm going to have to go repent because I'm a Christian and that's a sin. But still. But still, this is making me a little hungry, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, this is making me a little hungry.
To Alcanes and Mr. Freaking Pizza.
Don't worry.
I'm getting.
I also decided not to vlog on my end. That's okay, because it would have gotten 10 views.
Okay, I'm gonna also get a leg.
Is there a chicken leg for me too?
Oh yeah, I also got some barbecue.
Oh no,
sauce.
there's only enough for one leg. Do you want?
That's barbecue sauce?
I had to get the I had to get the barbecue sauce for the chicken.
Okay, and I'm gonna. You know what? We need to do a thumbnail. Let's put this
Now, I hope you guys use like a Popeye scale for how good this is, especially with the biscuits. Popeyes biscuits literally tastes like I don't know, like nectar from heaven. So I'm curious to see what is this, like Bex chicken? I'm curious to see what this this other brand of biscuit is gonna taste like. If you guys compare it to Popeyes, then that's a great comparison, because I know what Popeyes biscuits taste like. I had them earlier this week. Fantastic.
Let's get this out of the way for right now.
Should we do it? Who's holding Mr. Sussy Boy in the thumbnail?
No, we need to go.
Monster.
Wait, how does Logan Paul hold the prime, like this? Yeah, he holds it like this.
Logan Prime holds it upside down. He holds it upside down. Well, I guess, hey, that's what CTE does to you, man. But also, this would actually make for a great thumbnail. You know, like, if you guys just, like, took the stream and froze it, this would be, like, a perfect thumbnail. Oh, I see you guys are making thumbnail faces.
I like to eat fried chicken with knife and fork. We'll be right back.
That's hilarious, because I paused. I didn't even know you were...
So, anyways, let's talk about the future of our channel.
Oh, yeah.
So, Josh, what do you got going over on the Mr. Pizza channel?
Well, it's kind of dead right now, and we're going to be quitting very soon. Probably very soon after I finish Non-Newbie versus DL, which will be out very soon.
Well, you also said
it's gonna be out soon?
That you, like, recorded your quitting video, and then you had, like, a strange urge to, like, start making content again. I wouldn't quit too soon, because you got the whole summer before you go back to your...
Here's one thing. You could always leave it open-ended and be like, I'm gonna make content, you know, whenever I feel like it. I feel like that would be, you know, a good way to do things, because then you're not pressured to make content. But if you want to make content, you're not prevented from making content, because it's not like, oh, I quit the YouTube channel. Like, I feel like you should leave it a little bit open-ended so that if you want to come back to the channel, you can.
So.
That's true.
So yeah, I wouldn't, because I'm not gonna quit until I'm like back
TVUs for the bones when you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this is, it's got a little bone in. Wings are phenomenal, man.
That's good. Try it if you want. Try the barbecue sauce. It's really good. Try the barbecue sauce. It's like super
I love
sweet.
fried chicken.
Please compare it to
It's my
Popeyes.
favorite food.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder how salty it is. Like, is it salty or is it juicy?
No. For being greasy one.
Yo! How are you going to get fried chicken and not get napkins? Like, it's like one of the most important ingredients of fried chicken is the napkins. If you ain't making your fried chicken with napkins, you ain't making it right.
No napkins.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can see, so the original Monster Energy, it's in a smaller can because I'm sensitive to caffeine. I've never tried this before. It's gonna have slight taste of grease because there's no napkins. We had napkins for the pizza mukbang, but we didn't for this one.
I wonder if it would, like,
Give us
influence the
an honest review of
flavor.
what that
Give an
tastes like.
honest review of what it tastes like. I've never tried this before.
It's actually really good.
I'm actually curious to see what you think it tastes like because, I mean, I've had it before. It's okay. I enjoyed it, but I couldn't point you to what it tastes like. It just tastes sweet. ISM said juicy. Juicy. It's juicy.
It has like a bubblegum taste to it.
It does.
It's very
Bubblegum.
sweet.
Yeah, it always had the bubblegum taste. That's what I noticed when I first tried it.
How did I not
Bubblegum
think of
taste to
that?
it.
Not my favorite flavor, but I would. And this definitely has one of the coolest cans, just because it's the basic Monster, right?
The white one is the best. No. No. It is though. It's really like the blue flavor versus the green flavor, not black versus white. But the blue flavor is pretty good. It's the only one that I like actually like. So if you get a chance or you feel like trying more Monster, definitely try that one out.
This barbecue sauce is amazing. It's got
It
that.
smells good.
It's very sweet and savory.
I'm going to go see if we have any napkins in the other room. Oh,
Wait, Alex Nis.
Oh, so we have a Mr. Sussy Boy in the corner.
What are his?
I'm not going to
his
touch
impressions?
him because I have greasy hands.
Yeah, if you touch it, that would be sus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Shout out to Linux O.
We kind of just snuck into his place and stole it. He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
Let's sing on Linux O.
You could literally make an entire out of context video with just this stream. I'ma just keep pushing, yo. I'ma just keep it pushing.
At the gym.
We're good.
Everybody take some napkins. Napkins.
We didn't have napkins in our thumbnail.
Okay, that's okay.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
This will not have much editing into it anyway.
Well, when I said we didn't, yeah. We're good. Very little editing because I'm just using my phone to edit. Hopefully I have enough space.
Well, you didn't.
Review of what?
See, one thing that was interesting. One reason I started streaming, I think I was actually doing vlogs at one point on my streams channel on YouTube, is literally so that instead of like shooting a few videos and running out of space and moving to my computer, then shooting it again, I just have one really long video that I could then edit, on my computer later by downloading it. So I didn't really end up doing too many of those like live vlogs, but if you come across this issue again where you're like out of space, you could even do a private stream where no one else can watch your stream, but then you can just download the video later and then edit it on a computer or something, and you'll never run out of space.
Yeah, the biscuits are really good.
I haven't tried the biscuit
Now
yet.
this one is called Tangerine Mango Guava Strawberry.
I'm curious about
Love
this because
fruits
this
in
I
it.
actually
I've
have
never
not tried.
that one, to be
This
honest.
is a pure zero.
So no caffeine or?
It's honestly really
Oh,
good.
he went in for another sip, so I'm guessing it's good.
It's nice and fruity.
Fruity.
You're putting your bones on here so we get the collection.
It's fruity. Okay.
No, that was an ASMR sound.
Are you sending this?
Oh wait, let's rewind it.
Putting your bones on here so we get the collection.
Oh.
No, that was an ASMR.
We didn't get the
Are you
amplification,
saying
but that
this
was
to be
definitely like an
you don't
ASMR
hear
like.
this?
Wow.
Are we sending
Oh.
this to BBG? We're sending this to.
What's interesting is that's actually some of the crispiest chicken that I've ever heard. So frankly, some very objective points for that. I gotta give him the credit for that.
BBT.
You're telling us BBT. I'm not.
I don't have the money.
Oh, we got the prime. We got the prime. Is it good?
And by the way, Prime Tropical Punch is so fire.
It's fire. Okay. Okay.
Like an 8 out of 10.
I guess it's like a 7 out of 10.
So I'm guessing that like prime is like kind of
Oh,
like.
no, the biscuits are really good.
I'm guessing the tropical flavors count. I'm guessing it's like kind of like a Capri Sun type vibe, like kind of like a peachy flavor, like an appley flavor. You know, some of those like orangish fruits, like orange, oranges. Is that kind of what that flavor was like? I don't know if you guys all shared your drinks or not.
Easily tear apart.
Here's one thing I'll say about the original Monster. I think of the original Monster kind of like Liquid Death. I would not I would only drink this in social situations. Because the can looks cool.
Yeah, because the can
like
looks
the same
awesome.
thing with Liquid Death.
That's fair.
If I'm on myself, no, I'm just gonna drink the freaking Pipeline Punch or some crap.
Interesting.
The chicken tenders are where it's at.
I'm gonna try
It's like
biscuit.
red,
The biscuits are amazing.
They're actually nice and soft. They're moist.
soft, moist.
I could probably eat this with no drink, unlike Popeye's biscuits.
Oh! You guys made the comparison. The one that we've all been waiting for. Comparing it to the Popeyes biscuits. So it is nice that these are not dry. Now I don't mind, drinking a nice Coke with my Popeyes biscuits. But, I get to save some of the drink if I don't want to wash down every single bite of the biscuit. So that's a pretty big plus. If you guys do a video like this again, I would love to see you guys do a side-by-side comparing this joint with Popeyes. That would be fun. Because I feel like there'd be some spots, at least in the ASMR test, at least on the biscuits, where this joint would have some points over Popeyes.
I got a Popeyes nearby.
I've never had it.
It's okay. I had it for the first time this year when I lived in Chicago. I thought it was alright. It's not better than freaking gas station chicken, which I think this is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gas station chicken?
though.
No. I grabbed the box of chicken. I had to get one of those pieces that I don't know how to eat.
I've not had gas station food
A
before.
breast or a thigh or something like that.
On.
Are you a guy or a guy?
Honestly, I can't help but.
Are you a bone in or a bone out guy?
No, are you a get messy type of person when it comes to wings? Or are you...
When it comes to wings. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you were asking a whole question entirely.
Or boneless, that's what it was.
No, I think it was, are you a get messy type or queen type of guy?
I'm just. I just see.
I think this is a thigh.
I just see Spider-Man's penis over there.
Spider-Man's make. We'll have to play that later.
Okay, I need to stop. Yo, that was a good old crunch.
Their chicken is honestly amazing.
Dude, that's some
Fried chicken might
breaded
be one of
chicken,
my
bro.
favorite foods. Let's get this out of the way so people can also see.
Will you eat leftovers? Because I probably won't eat all of that.
I will.
I like food.
You probably could bring some chicken back.
I said. No, I just like making jokes,
And
my
the
friend.
thing is, this is some of the cheaper chicken you can get, but it's still really good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If we went to somewhere else, it wouldn't have been as cheap.
We got all this for under $30. So.
Mm,
Everything, including
That's
the
not
drinks,
bad. Because a lot of fast food joints,
My drink.
they'll only get you like
I
maybe
barely had enough
a
money
meal
to
for
pay
two
my
people.
Drinks.
Oh, could you got an extra?
That's true.
Dang, man, that chicken looks good. That chicken looks good. I kind of want that.
This is probably my least favorite part of the chicken, the thigh. I don't know why I decided to go for this one, probably because it's the first one I saw.
I don't know. I mean, the breast is my least favorite part of the chicken.
Is there a correct way to eat chicken thighs? That's my question. Because
I don't know. See, what I like about the thighs is like that's like where like the darker meat is. So I like just like diving in and just like going for that. But also like just the normal chicken bone is also pretty good. My only problem with that is that there's not as much meat there, so it's like, leg is nice, but there's just not as much to it. So
dig in.
He's like,
Well, I think that we only had one leg, And I
And
like.
one breast, and I got both of them.
No, there's another breast in there.
Oh, I have a breast.
Just grab a breast. This is a big piece of chicken.
Yo, y'all.
It is. Look at that. That's like a freaking. You could play football with that.
That's true.
This is a good piece of chicken.
It's a good thing I went to the gym this morning.
Protein.
The
Sure.
Jage.
Best place to go, to be honest.
I work a lot.
I frankly feel like the protein would make more sense before, because then you can use that for the workout.
Mukbang, what do we gotta talk about?
I mean, you gotta try the barbecue sauce, though.
Um,
There's so much.
You guys should all
I
share
even
the
have
drinks.
a freaking piece that I can dip it in because they got bones in them.
You could just rip a hunk of it off.
Yeah, that works.
What do you guys want to see from the channel for the next 3 months? Because I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do.
I've got an idea. Yo. I've got an idea that I've actually thought about doing for this channel, but I won't do it just because it would actually cost me money to make. But comparisons of fast food chain burgers, their normal burger and their vegetarian burger, like their vegan burgers. Because I don't know if McDonald's has one, but I know like Burger King has got an Impossible Whopper. I think Wendy's has like a meatless burger. Comparing like one chain's actual meat to like their vegan option, I feel like would be really interesting. Because I'm not a big fan of these vegan alternatives, but I do like the option being there for folks who don't eat meat. And part of me is hoping that for those folks that those burgers or whatever taste good, taste like the real thing. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think, as you guys are clearly folks who like eating meat together. It'd be interesting to see if you guys think that this vegan meat passes.
So later this year, 3 of us and Lennox O, we're actually gonna collab IRL.
Yeah,
For the first time ever, we're gonna go see Disturbed with Breaking Benjamin and Ginger on Hollywood Amphitheater. What's it called? At Tinley Park. Come meet us there. We will gladly take pictures. Talk about it in our freaking.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna vlog on my end for that, just because this is actually gonna be the first concert I go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean,
that's cool.
And I don't care about YouTube anymore, so
Yeah.
Dang, bro, that reminds me. I meant to kick off the stream talking about Succession, but I'll do that tomorrow because I'll be doing a stream tomorrow. So I'll do that then. But yeah, reviews would be cool.
I did vlog at my first concert, which was the Parker concert, and that was a really fun experience. But I was also very confident about telling people my channel and stuff like that, which I'm not like that anymore. I might do just a YouTube short or something like I did for the Deftones and Go Zero short when I drank Liquid Death for the first time. And then we might just do that. I might just get the 4 of us we're collabing for the first time, and we're also trying Liquid Death for the first time. Try this.
Try the Liquid Death Iced Tea
2,000 views.
because that stuff is pretty
Those
good.
YouTube shorts. YouTube shorts are easy. How do you think Gray SUN has over 100,000 views on one of his?
well, he steals content.
Gray SUN steals content.
Yo, I love how Mr. Pizza and ISM are just they're talking it up. They're chatting it up. And then Alex Niss is just over here blissfully enjoying his meat. It's it's very clearly you guys all enjoyed this meal, but seeing Alex Niss's reaction is completely different than Mr. Pizza's and ISM's here.
I believe this.
He's also a Z-tier white TP maker.
Kind of looks like me.
And he kind of looks like Nikocado. And he shouldn't even have a YouTube. He's not even of age.
Really?
Well, we're gonna bash that kid. We bashed him just for eating cereal.
That is true. You guys are really mean.
No, if I didn't know any better, I would probably just do ASMR/mukbang. And I don't think I'd be embarrassed of it either.
Yeah.
I would, but
I don't know, like, I'd rather tell people I make mukbang eating videos than I make shitty reaction videos on YouTube.
I just don't like telling people that I exist on YouTube.
Yeah, same.
I
See, because my content is like, it's just okay. It's not great. I'm waiting for my content to elevate to the point where I can show it to all my church friends, but I'm just not there yet. So I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it.
honest.
A new Batman movie?
I mean,
A new Batman movie?
I mean, I react to things.
What new Batman movie? You mean the Flash?
I remember reacting to your drink reviews. Instead, we got BBT to do that one time.
Oh my goodness.
Second it, though.
Probably
BBT.
took it home if I don't want. Let me see.
I might eat it now if you don't mind.
Yeah, because you only got 2. You can eat that last piece of chicken.
Dang, y'all demolished this. You guys ate all the food.
I'll take the smaller.
Bro, you left no leftovers.
You can eat that now. I had a late breakfast, so I'm not like starving.
Alright, so
Yo,
as always,
that food was so good, it made Mr. Pizza growl.
whenever we do one of these, we end up running on storage on my iPhone because I always forget to do that. But we weren't talking about anything important after that. I give it all over. Well, the wings were phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I'm not just like a big thigh or breast for chicken
For
kind of
chicken, okay.
guy, but it was pretty good. I say overall, I'd give it a 7.
Yeah.
So it's solid 7, maybe 7.5.
Right.
7.5. Okay.
So yeah.
This is a pretty good thing. I've been Mr. Pizza. Subscribe to my shitty YouTube channel and remember to drink Prime.
Reese's Pieces. Oh yeah, and we're gonna do another video right now. Go watch this. Gonna be Try Not to Laugh challenge. I know that a lot of your classic fans are gonna like that. So Reese's Pieces.
Nice. That was fun. Like high key, like it's the collab content that is that can make for some of the best content, because when you get people together, there's so many things that can happen. It's like it's a little bit unpredictable, but also you have more folks who can bounce off with like the humor and everything. Like I was just like thinking about this. So like OTK, I was like, it'd be really cool if I could like do collab streams with other people, but nobody lives near me, and I don't want to like dox myself so my whole community knows where I live. So I would prefer to maybe not do IRL stuff with anyone who's not like from the Car 3 SMP as of yet. I really need to do stuff with the Car 3 SMP, frankly. But I know that there is going to be a function that me and a lot of the folks from the Car 3 SMP will be at. So I might do a live vlog there if people are okay with that. But I don't know if everyone will be, so we'll have to see. And I don't know what the plan for the vlog would be. But anyways, I'm kind of rambling, but it's a future content idea, y'all. It's a future content idea. So I figured that I might as well share it, and let you guys know, what I'm thinking about doing in the future. But anyways, thanks y'all for tuning in to the stream. I really appreciate you guys popping in, and I will see you guys in the next stream tomorrow. Will be mostly a gaming stream. I will be giving my thoughts on Succession Season 4. Already bought it on iTunes. Great show. If you have not seen Succession yet, go check it out. The entire series is now streaming on Max, not HBO Max, on Max. Great television program. It's just hard for me to describe how good it is. But anyways, I'm rambling. Thanks y'all for tuning in. I'm not a newbie. Join the Discord. The link is dscrd.ntwb.cc. That's the place that you want to be. If you want to chat with me, send them react requests and I will react to them on stream. And also, you have a chance to game with me because I share details about my gaming stuff. I share my gamer tags. I also have public voice chat rooms you guys can use to chat with me as we game. You don't even have to be in the game with me. You can just chat with me while I'm in the game. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, peace out, y'all.